Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout will become the first ever NXT champion.
NXT title on the line.
Watch out!
And Rollins.
For me to become the first ever NXT champion would be the accomplishment of a lifelong dream. I think it symbolizes that anyone from anywhere, from any dot on the map, they can change their own world.
To the crossbody.
Rollins flies! No!
What a knee. Rollins has built momentum.
Blackout! Blackout, he hit it!
Rollins with the blackout. Seth Rollins has become the first NXT champion.
The winner of this bout and new NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
My entire life, all I ever wanted was to hold a championship in WWE. To become the first ever NXT champion means everything to me.
For an entire group of kids that were told that they couldn't do it, that they weren't good enough, they changed their lives and changed their perspective. They can change the world too. And it'll symbolize everything that it was meant to. It'll be the change that we've all been waiting for, we've all been talking about. It's time for the new guard to rise up.
It's the hottest ticket in Orlando, Florida. Welcome everyone to NXT, and tonight, for the first time since accomplishing his dream to be NXT champion, we will hear from Seth Rollins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 215 pounds, Richie Steamboat.
I'll tell you, Richie Steamboat is a proud man who comes from a proud family and is not afraid to stand up for what he believes in.
An incredibly talented young man. Been around this industry, obviously, since he was born. And just had just the great fortune of having his father to mentor him. How can that get any better?
His opponent, from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 225 pounds, Cassius. Oh no!
Well, this match stems from 2 weeks ago when Cassius Ohno, for all intents and purposes, lost his temper after defeating Jake Carter, decided he hadn't had enough. It wasn't until Richie Steamboat would step in to stop the onslaught, which apparently Cassius Ohno took very personally, and that's why we are here 2 weeks later for what should be an excellent matchup.
It certainly should, yes. Two great competitors, both at their physical best. And this is what they love, you know, this kind of competition. They're sort of made for each other, two young men like this. Both of them wanting to prove who's the best, both of them wanting to rise up the ranks here in NXT. And whether they like to admit it or not, both of them looking to be the next NXT champion.
Oh, absolutely, without
Exactly.
a doubt.
That's what it's all about now. We have an NXT champion, Seth Rollins. I'd be interesting to hear, actually, how this week has gone for him, because, you know, is there anxiety coming in on his part? Does he realize that everybody is out for him now? He has no friends left. You may think he does, but believe me, he doesn't.
A quick cover here by Steamboat, who is one of the most competitive individuals you will ever come across. On the flip side, Cassius Ohno, we know he's a master of lethal strikes and has really been trying to establish pure dominance ever since debuting here on NXT. Look at Cassius just trying to get into the head of Richie Steamboat. That's all it is. Oh. Steamboat not afraid to respond. Despite the mind games Ono will try to play.
I've competed against Richie Steamboat's father. There's something in the eyes of Richie Steamboat that he does have a little bit more of a mean streak than his father did. That's just an opinion from me. But you can see there's definitely something a bit more spiteful about it.
Well, Richie Steamboat has never been shy about talking about creating his own legacy in this industry. Whoa!
That's why you have to watch Cassius Ono, because every single time that he uses a strike, it's always, oh, spoke too soon there, but I was going to say it's always on the point of the chin or on the ear.
Somehow Steamboat was able to shake off the damage enough to regain the advantage, and Cassius, nothing fancy about that.
Sometimes a good poke in the eye works wonders, though.
That'll certainly disorient and, at least in the temporary, blind Richie Steamboat, who is trying to regain his bearings. Oh no, we've talked about how well-traveled this man is.
16 different countries he's competed in, and 16 different countries he's been very successful. But now, NXT, we know this is a magical place to be, right?
Look at this, once again, oh no, going back to the eyes of Richie Steamboat, and I believe the referee has just called for the bell.
Your winner, as a result of a disqualification, Richie Steamboat.
And rightfully so, rightfully so.
I honestly don't know why Cassius Ono would want to get himself intentionally disqualified, but knowing what an intelligent young man he is, I'm sure he's got his reasons. I just don't know what they are.
I think it goes back to what we saw several weeks ago. Take a look again. Ono just blatantly breaking the eyes of Richie Steamboat. And you said it, William Regal, just intentionally getting himself disqualified. Look out!
Perhaps this is more about just showing the world how vicious he can be. Perhaps that's what he wants.
Yeah. Real impressive. After the match, once again, Richie Steamboat doesn't even know where he is right now, and from behind, Cassius Ono on the attack.
I'm sure Cassius Ono thinks and knows that everybody's eyes here in NXT is on Seth Rollins. Well, perhaps he wants them to look at him.
Gosh! Cassius viciously draping the neck of Richie Steamboat atop that steel guardrail. And what was that for? What is this? Is to show the world?
The only thing I can come up with is that he's trying to make a point. He wants everybody to look at him and realize that he's a serious threat here.
Oh, well, again, Cassius still isn't done. Still not done.
Sometimes you have to just do things that are going to cause you trouble, but in the long run, you're hoping that it's going to get you noticed.
Come on, enough is enough. No!
Ooh. Right on the back of the ear there. I mean,
and he's laughing.
Oh dear.
Cassius Ono is laughing. This is fun to him.
Well, whatever his intentions are, he's achieved them, hasn't he? He's brought everything to a standstill here. The crowd is sat here just staring in awe. They don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, take another look, folks. This is all after the match. Richie Steamboat's back was turned. Richie Steamboat essentially a blind man. And then Cassius dropping Richie Steamboat neck first onto the steel guardrail. And that wasn't even enough. That elbow to the back of the head to a defenseless Richie Steamboat.
Oh, we're looking at the face of a very warped young man.
Folks,
I like it.
Steamboat's hurt here.
I like it.
Steamboat is seriously.
Ricky Steamboat's here. Goodness gracious.
A concerned father, obviously, looking out for his son. We can only hope that there was no serious internal damage done to Richie Steamboat. Understandably upset, Ricky Steamboat. Well,
Now, we knew that Ricky Steamboat was in the audience tonight. Cassius Ohno obviously did. Perhaps this is what Cassius Ohno wants. I mean, how many more eyes can you get on him? Ricky Steamboat's here, that the NXT audience is in awe, so he's done his job. He's created interest in himself.
I hate to change topics here, but still to come, we're going to hear for the first time ever from our new NXT champion, Seth Rollins. And in the meantime, if we get an update on Richie Steamboat, we will certainly bring that to you right here on NXT.
One app, one tap, unlimited possibilities. Introducing the new free WWE app. It will totally revolutionize the way you experience WWE. Get instant access to all the latest breaking news. With Raw Active, you not only watch the show, you get to participate in it. With the new WWE app, you'll also get access to exclusive content and info about Raw, SmackDown, and all your favorite WWE superstars and divas. And when you want to go to a show, it's as easy as this. Plus, with My Universe, you can join the conversation with other members of the WWE Universe in your area. It's the new, free WWE app for iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and Android phones. Download it now.
This is a Divas match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Houston, Texas, Audrey Marie.
Welcome back to NXT. Audrey Marie, the young diva with a tireless attitude here on NXT, making her way to the ring.
Do we know anything more what's going on with Richie Steamboat? We're still waiting.
Her opponent, from Norwich, England, Paige.
Here's the enchanting raven-haired lady, Paige. Helen Boots is what this young lady is.
Yeah, folks, I'm sorry for the tone here, but again, I can't stop thinking about what we just saw with Richie Steamboat, who we understand is undergoing a great deal of medical care right now in the locker room.
Yes, well, we have to be professionals and do the job at hand, and so let's talk about this match here. Now, something that I love to see is good competition. And you know, when Paige steps in the ring, you're going to see great competition with the Divas. You also know that with Audrey Marie, so everybody's on for a winner tonight.
Well, it's like Texas versus England here, William Regal. Of course, Audrey Marie representing,
if you want,
Texas, and Paige representing, I believe, from Norwich, England.
What? It's Norwich, you fool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Norwich.
That's right.
Home of the quiz of the week.
Roll-up combination by Paige here. It just speaks volumes about the competition in the Divas division of NXT.
Look at the beautiful footwork there, the way Paige pivoted on her left toe to be able to go straight into that top wrist lock. Very well applied.
Yeah, Paige never shy about displaying a rageful side, and we're seeing it right before our very eyes. Paige
trained by the great Klondike Kate, very famous lady competitor.
Look at this.
Were you going to keep interrupting me again?
I'm getting into it. Back and forth here, Audrey and Paige trying to rip each other to pieces.
Do you know what I see? Do you know what I see when I see two young ladies like this?
What's that?
It's just another two knockbacks for me.
Another two knockbacks.
Knockbacks, yes.
Another
two young ladies that I couldn't possibly have a chance of going out with.
Oh, come on.
They just turned me down.
A little more confidence.
You
see this round and round we go here. Audrey Marie, shoulders down on Paige. Just trying to help you out, trying to boost the confidence.
Audrey Marie's actually... Paige looks incredibly dizzy at the moment. But
wow!
Oh, dear me.
My goodness.
She's got a little Cassius Ohno spirit there.
Audrey Marie just collapsed after that blow.
And wonderful forearm smash right to the point of Audrey Marie's chin.
Paige, not sure she couldn't have put away Audrey Marie right there. Oh! but instead choosing to inflict more damage.
Paige is... She's got a hell of a set of lungs on her, obviously.
Now that'll wake you up.
Yes. Paige has got that wonderfully wicked streak. And she,
ooh, look at this.
It's nice to see in the Divas.
Oh, wow! Face first goes Audrey Marie. Devastating impact.
Here is your winner, Paige.
And just like that, Paige has emphatically earned herself a victory. Take a look at this. Cradling the body of Audrey Marie, nearly driving her head into the mat. Oh, wow. What do you call her, the raven-haired lady?
Enchanting raven-haired lady. Helen Boots. That's what I like to call her, Helen Boots. Goodness, lovely.
Well, the bottom line is Paige is turning heads on NXT.
Not now.
Ricky, I know you're
Riley.
upset, but
I need to get to the trainer's room. My son's hurt.
I understand.
I need to get the... Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Cassius Ohno. Nice to meet you.
I'm not going to shake that hand.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you ran into me because I wanted to tell you that your son doesn't have a lot of potential. Did you see him hurting out there? Did you see him defenseless against me?
You think you're tough, don't you?
I know I'm tough.
Don't you think you're really tough, huh? You're attacking somebody from behind. The match is over. He's down, huh? Tough. How about face to face? Look at me when I'm talking to you. How about face to face? How about it?
You want to put your hands on me?
Come on.
You want to? Oh, the Dragon's mad! The Dragon's mad! What are you gonna do? Arm drag me? You're gonna arm drag me? Huh? You want your career ended twice? You want your career ended twice?
Oh no, you gotta leave it alone, not right now.
Don't throw your back out, Ricky the Dragon.
Well, understandably so, a highly emotional Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but folks, still to come tonight. He made history last week by becoming the first ever NXT champion. Tonight, we hear from Seth Rollins. And also, check this out, the one and only Funkasaurus is in town. That's right, Brodus Clay and his Funkadactyls will be right here on NXT. And it's a battle of tag team supremacy. Jimmy and Jey Uso take on Kenneth Cameron and Conor O'Brien, the Ascension. Earlier on tonight, folks, we had a highly competitive battle between Richie Steamboat and Cassius Ohno, but it came to an abrupt end because of that. Cassius Ohno raking the eyes of Richie Steamboat, which in turn got him disqualified from the match, but Cassius wasn't done. Cassius Ohno was focused on attacking Richie Steamboat after the match. A defenseless Richie Steamboat attacking the neck and followed by that elbow to the back of the head. Understandably so, Richie's father, Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon, extremely concerned and angry over the situation. We understand Richie has been taken to a local medical facility, and we will bring you updates on his condition as soon as possible.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from South Beach, Miami, Florida, weighing 245 pounds, Showtime, Percy Watson.
Always brings something new to the table, or to the ring in this case, every time you see him.
Former National Football League player, world-class athlete. The guy's got a 37-inch vertical leap.
One of the most devastating and beautiful drop kicks that I've ever seen. Have you seen him when he drop kicks and lands back on his feet again? It's incredible.
It's a sign of beauty.
Oh dear. Oh.
His opponent, from Johannesburg, South Africa, weighing 223 pounds, Leo Kruger.
Oh, this is a slightly different look here from Leo Kruger that we've seen in previous weeks.
Did you know that Leo Kruger was actually politely asked to leave? The reason he came to America was politely asked to leave by the great Nelson Mandela himself because he was the most prolific poacher in the whole of South Africa.
Look at the...
As a penchant for elephant tusks.
Well,
he does, yes.
I guess I'll believe you. Seeing the expression on the face of Leo Kruger right now. I understand he went back to South Africa and essentially came back a changed man.
Look at the mad look in his eyes.
It's almost as if he's
as mad as a boiled banana. Look at him.
It's like he's stalking Percy Watson.
That's what Leo Kruger, you know, that's his whole motion in life, his whole ambition. He loves big game hunting. That's what he thrived on. That's what he grew up doing in South Africa. And he's not here for the money.
Wow.
He's not here for the money. He's not here for the fame. He just likes the game. He likes just to compete against people, to compete against something bigger and better than himself.
I guess it's
to bring it down.
The thrill of the hunt here.
The thrill of the hunt, yes.
He's banging his head and banging the back of Percy Watson at the same time here. Very different style we're seeing employed by Leo Kruger.
Leo Kruger's a man of many styles.
Oh.
He was trained by the great South African competitor Donnie Brits.
Oh, quick cover here by Kruger.
And has spent, you know, years. South Africa was sort of as a wrestling hotbed, and all the best competition from around the world went there. And so it was from all different parts of the world. So the South African competitors all have a very great variation of styles. And a wonderful, vicious streak that Leo Kruger's got.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing that come into play.
I like a man that will pull on another man's nose. I do, because it throws the competitor right off his game because his eyes start to work.
Watch Percy Watson trying to throw Leo Kruger off his game any way he can right now. Kruger just so... Ooh. Few wasted movements you ever see from Leo Kruger, and Percy Watson's just trying to create something, trying to create some momentum. Oh, there's that leaping ability we've talked about with Percy Watson.
It's a wonderful thing to see, leaping ability. Look at that perfect drop kick right on the point of the chin.
And Watson here may be becoming the hunter in this matchup. Showtime splash! Hook of the leg! Oh. You know, a lot of competitors might have been thrown off by the new antics of Leo Kruger, but Percy Watson has shown no fear! How quickly things change.
Leo Kruger showing his ring savviness here.
Oh, look out, look out! Face first!
Using the ring as a weapon, that's always a great
Watch
tool.
out, quick cover by Kruger, and that's it!
Here is your winner, Leo Kruger.
I'm not sure what to make of this new demeanor by Leo Kruger. Man, look at the eerie smile.
Whatever it is, I like it.
Take a look at how quick this happened. Just when it seemed that Percy Watson was going to be able to turn things around, Kruger twisting the neck and driving it into the canvas, and that was enough to put away Percy Watson.
Leo Kruger going back to his roots. I'm sure this will unfold before our eyes the more we see Leo Kruger. He's a very, very dangerous man.
Folks, there is heavy anticipation from what our new champion will have to say. Still to come, for the first time since capturing and becoming the first NXT champion, we hear from Seth Rollins.
And it's a battle of tag team supremacy that has developed into a much-needed rivalry. Who can establish dominance as the Usos take on the Ascension? And hey, check this out. The Funkasaurus is here. Brodus Clay with his Funkadactyls by his side will be in action. You are listening to the official song of Night of Champions called Champions. It's a collaboration from Cash Money stars Kevin Rudolph, Fred Durst, Birdman, and Lil Wayne. And speaking of Night of Champions, the road to this annual WWE event took a rather controversial turn this past Monday night on Raw.
And now, the Raw Rebound is brought to you by WWEshop.com, the official WWE merchandise superstore.
Jerry Lawler just got exactly what he deserved, and he got it Chicago style. Last week in a cage, I decided to take it upon myself to teach Jerry a little bit of a lesson in respect. Show me respect! Class was in session until a little white knight decided to come and stick his nose where it didn't belong. You're way out of order! John Cena, you helped Jerry Lawler. That means you're disrespecting me. And where I come from, you do not disrespect the best in the world. WWE Champion.
No disrespect, Punk, but I have an announcement to make. The challengers for both the world title and the WWE title will face each other, which means Alberto Del Rio will face John Cena. And the other main event is going to be a champion versus champion match. World champ Sheamus will face WWE champ CM Punk.
I can't believe CM Punk is walking out.
What are you doing? Okay, you can't leave. Okay, you have a match.
Check my contract. I got personal days. Today's one of them.
We are back live on Monday Night Raw. Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena. Falls count anywhere. You use everything and anything in these type of matches. Anything you can get your hands on. Furious fight. And there is wreckage everywhere. And now Del Rio and Cena bring their fight out of the arena, destroying the backstage area of the Allstate Arena. Cena going for the attitude adjustment. Oh! Hey! Punk's back! What happened to his personal day? Punk with another ambush tonight! This one to Cena! Oh man, now he's helping Del Rio. And Del Rio into the cover. Del Rio has defeated Cena. Oh my God.
Respect.
Controversy and anticipation continues to build as WWE Champion CM Punk will defend against John Cena at Night of Champions.
Funketeers, put your hands together for the lovely Cameron and Naomi, the Funkadactyls. Funk is on the road. Can somebody go on the road? It's about to get funky up in here.
Oh, how about this? Never know who's gonna show up on NXT.
One of the biggest stars in all of WWE.
I see you dancing, William Regal. You've seen me dance with them. I keep up with them.
Regal's funky, but funky.
I am, yes. I'm a purveyor of the funk.
Cameron and Naomi, they actually smiled at me earlier.
Well, you ought to call your mama.
Everybody loves the Funkasaurus.
It's all about having fun until the bell rings.
Yeah.
Then Brodus can get very serious about his business.
Very serious and very nasty very quickly.
As our commissioner, Dusty Rowe, would say, his business. Maybe business will pick up here tonight.
Well, Jim, if you fancy going out in Orlando tonight, I can't promise you anything like these two, but I've got a couple of old scrubbers we can knock around with if you want.
Am I invited?
No.
It's amazing to have Brodus Clay on NXT. I love the athletic super heavyweights. And this man certainly fits that description. He's colorful. He loves to have a good time.
And he can jiggle like a blancmange.
Blancmange, exactly. I was going to say that. Beat me to it. Can't even spell it.
Well, it's quite the understatement to say that Ryan Collins has an uphill battle here.
Hey, Ryan Collins is no dwarf. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Power, follow-away slam of Brodus Clay. Hey, for a guy that's 400 pounds or thereabouts, he's agile.
He certainly is, yes.
He's agile. He's hostile, and he can be mobile.
I think he's warming up right now. Some of that agility.
Oh! As Monsoon would say, good night and nurse.
Here is your winner, Brodus Clay.
I love the post-match.
Don't we all?
You're the cameraman. They really do a great job here. Capturing the emotion, the pageantry.
I do. I love to see this. Look at this. This is what the WWE and NXT is all about. Just bringing smiles to people's faces. These lovely young children in there having a ball.
Only person not smiling here right now is Ryan Collins, but neither here nor there.
Well,
these kids are having a great time. Now, one of those boys got rhythm like me, almost non-existent.
Hey, A for effort.
Bless his heart.
He certainly has become, in the time that he's been here in the WWE, Brodus Clay, the mums and dads' favourites.
I agree.
Because, and I know it at all the live events that we see, the children are getting more and more, and the parents love to bring them because they know the children are having a great time. It's a place to be with your family.
On a more serious note, folks, we want to take you back to last week where the Usos called out Ascension.
You want to fight? Ascensions, why don't you come out here and get some of the ooh!
Jimmy and Jey Uso got a little bit more than they bargained for as they were ambushed by both Kenneth Cameron and Conor O'Brien in what has become a very physical rivalry between both these teams inside and outside of the ring as these two men, Ascension, try to establish themselves as the most dominant tag team on NXT.
This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 470 pounds, Kenneth Cameron, Conor O'Brien, the Ascension.
The most awe-inspiring entrance on NXT.
Two very dangerous men, to say the very least.
Fuck you! No, fuck you! Come on, get out! Throw it up! Let us fight for my soul with it! Now I go on the ring on the wheel, guys! The model style more! The model style more! The model style more! Oh my God, more! Hey! When we say oh, y'all say oh! Oh! Game time!
strong-willed, impassioned, and spirited.
Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 481 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
And that spirit has got to be stronger than ever on this night against the Ascension.
We saw what happened here last week between these two teams, and Byron mentioned at the time that this issue was far from over. So perhaps it can be settled tonight, or will it?
The Usos motivated by pride,
Ascension motivated by destruction. And look at this, look at the Usos bringing the fight, bringing the fight.
And down goes Conor O'Brien. A four-way melee has ensued in the early going, and there's a double clothesline. And the Usos are ruling the island now. The Samoan Warriors are standing tall.
Jimmy and Jay have not forgotten what took place last week. They have not forgotten the attack, courtesy of Ascension, and Kenneth Cameron goes right back out. Folks, the Usos are red hot and ready. We've got to take a break, but this match continues.
If you're being bullied, you're not alone.
Believe it or not, we've all been through it.
I had a lot of negative nicknames.
I was always made fun of for my fat back. For having Tourette's.
My clothes. It was chubby, it was fat. My ear. They often called me Logs because my legs are rather large.
They would call me Monkey Boy.
Repeatedly call me Dumbo, Dumbo, Dumbo.
Not fun.
If you're being bullied, tell someone.
Tell someone.
Don't be ashamed.
Believe in yourself.
Stand tall.
Stand strong. Stand proud. Be brave.
Be brave.
Be brave.
Because a bully is nothing more than a coward.
Don't be a bully.
Be a star.
Show tolerance and respect.
Visit beastaralliance.org and take the Be a Star pledge today.
Welcome back to NXT. The Usos, for the first time that we've seen, apparently have thrown Ascension off their game.
I actually like the way the Ascension attacked the Usos last week, because we've seen a different side of the Usos, a far more aggressive, a far more ferocious side, and I like it.
Perhaps the team of Ascension has lit a fire into the Usos, the sons of Rikishi. And that great Samoan heritage, and a hook of the leg gets a near fall. Jimmy and Jay are twins, as you might be able to detect. It's hard to tell them apart. Conor O'Brien made the tag. The tag was made.
Watch out from behind. Oh!
That's some serious impact there from that clothesline. But not enough for the near fall. O'Brien's a big man, big and strong. And you wonder what really motivates. What's inside the mind? How do the minds work of Ascension?
Well, Ascension, both Kenneth Cameron and Conor O'Brien, clouded in mystery, and that's just the way they like it.
I really like the way, we talk about tag teams, the way they cut the ring in half off. Have you noticed the Ascension actually use their quarter of the ring, not just the half? They always keep their opponent right in their
Tags
corner.
in and out.
Tag after tag after tag, just punishing Jimmy Uso.
Classic tag team strategy. Isolate and destroy. And if that is Jimmy Uso, and I'll take your word for it, Byron Saxon, I can't tell these two gentlemen apart. And I've been around them since they were kids. Couldn't tell them apart then either.
Look at just the perverse mannerisms that you see from Conor O'Brien.
Tried and true body scissors. Mr. Regal, I'm sure you've been caught and tortured in a body scissors in your illustrious career upon occasion.
Yes, I have, Jim, and it's one of those moves that people at home sometimes don't realize what's going on. You are actually dying 1,000 deaths down there trying to get out. Your wind's being constricted. It's very difficult to move, very difficult to get out of.
When you think about the Usos, this team essentially carries around a badge of honor wherever they go, and this is what this match is about for them. It's about honor. It's about standing up for themselves.
Tag made, interesting offense applied by Kenneth Cameron.
I was actually at a loss for words there as
Cameron
to say what Kenneth Cameron just did, but I liked it immensely.
Cameron going right back to that body scissor, following up on what his partner started. Now barring the arm, trying to hyperextend the elbow. So you've got a real predicament here for one of the young Usos, who is in a submission situation.
It's really interesting where you just see how this bond that exists between Kenneth Cameron and Conor O'Brien, and how they feed off each other during the course of the match.
They're almost psychotic in a sense. Telepathic and psychotic, and that's even more dangerous. They can think what the other's going to do. They're seamless. But the same thing could be said of the bond of twins.
The twins, yes. I mean, there's no way, it doesn't matter how much the Ascension know each other, they can have a better bond than the twins.
So a moment ago, Jimmy Uso just crawling out of desperation, trying to make the tag to his partner, and now
they're so wearing on the body of the young Uso, those side headlock takeovers.
I think we forget sometimes. We see the ferociousness and the incredible teaming efforts of the Ascension, but we don't always see, or certainly don't talk about how incredibly skilled grapplers they are, and the actual the wrestling techniques that they use are far superior to a lot of other people.
Oh,
nice shot to the sternum.
Could be a difference maker right there.
O'Brien finds his body between the Usos and prevents a tag in a somewhat unorthodox yet effective way.
How disheartening does that have to be for Jimmy Uso to get that close to your partner, only for that opportunity to just fade away?
6 inches can feel like 1,000 miles when you're in there, and you've got to make that tag.
We see
very frustrating.
Yet another tag with the young Uso in the very dangerous part of this island.
Oh, wow.
Driving elbow again to the sternum. That's about 3 times that Jimmy Uso's sternum has been assaulted by Ascension as they continue to grind and crank away at their adversaries here tonight in this match that came in with a lot of emotion from last week.
Now the Usos knew they were going to come in here and fight. They knew this was going to be a struggle. But now you begin to question, how much can Jimmy Uso take? How much punishment can he take from Kenneth Cameron and Conor O'Brien?
Have you noticed the far more deliberate slowing down of the pace, though, by Ascension than we normally see from them? They know as soon as they were going to get an opening, they've obviously strategized about it all week. They were going to take the wind out of their competitor, and they were going to blind him down, and they're doing a wonderful job of it.
Conor O'Brien hooking the arm and applying the headlock. Of course, the Usos, that great heritage. Their uncles, Alpha and Sequel, former WWE Tag Team Champions. Their cousin, The Rock.
It's actually quite incredible if you actually think about the amount of talented individuals that have come out
from
one family.
Yokozuna, the late Yokozuna, Hall of Famer, former WWE champion. So these kids have got it in their DNA. Still putting their game together, and that was a great instinctual move.
Gonna take a look at this boot again. Conor O'Brien came full speed ahead. Jimmy Uso had the wherewithal to put his foot up, but now can he capitalize? That's the question.
Well, it's just not about putting your foot up, it's about kicking someone's head off. O'Brien tags in Cameron, and the Usos make the exchange as well. Jimmy and Jay make the exchange, and now the Usos have quickened that pace you were talking about.
Yes, they have. And they, is it Jay there?
That's Jay Uso!
Jay doing everything he possibly can do to finish this match off quickly, because he knows that he's in against a pair of competitors that are superior in most ways to everybody else.
If you're Jay Uso, it's fight time. It's time to deliver.
Kick to the lower abdomen. But Jay Uso's basically fighting 2 men now. His brother Jimmy been incapacitated, at least for the moment.
He's doing a good job of it so far.
Taking Samoan drop for head to the kick. Thunderous kick right to the face. Now's the time to go.
It's an incredibly long way for Jay to dive.
Conor O'Brien trying to interrupt.
No avail. Cameron's in trouble here. Whoa!
Oh my God! Jimmy Uso cleared the top rope by feet.
Oh, but Kenneth Cameron put his body on the line. Put his body on the line to disorient and take out Jay Uso.
Uso straddled the top rope. That's taking him out of the game. An inverted neck breaker, the hook of the leg, and Ascension
Here are
continues
your winners,
to roll on
the
their evil ways.
Ascension.
Great matchup.
I cannot believe that Kenneth Cameron sacrificed his own body for the better good of this match.
This is a great team that's going places.
Well, this match could have gone either way. You see Jimmy Uso putting his body on the line to take out Conor O'Brien.
Take a look again. Kenneth Cameron, oh! Vicious modified jawbreaker was enough to equalize and put away Jey Uso.
And still to come, my interview with the NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars, but they are not invincible. When they step into that ring, they take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout will become the first ever NXT champion.
NXT title on the line.
Watch out!
And Rollins.
For me to become the first ever NXT champion would be the accomplishment of a lifelong dream. I think it symbolizes that anyone from anywhere, from any dot on the map, they can change their own world.
To the crossbody.
Rollins flies! Oh!
What a knee. Rollins has still momentum.
Blackout! Blackout, he hit it!
Rollins with the blackout. Seth Rollins has become the first NXT champion.
The winner of this bout and new NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
My entire life, all I ever wanted was to hold a championship in WWE. To become the first ever NXT champion means everything to me.
For an entire group of kids that were told that they couldn't do it, that they weren't good enough. They changed their lives and changed their perspective. They can change the world too. And it'll symbolize everything that it was meant to. It'll be the change that we've all been waiting for, we've all been talking about. It's time for the new guard to rise up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the first ever NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
Well, I would imagine that Seth Rollins has been on cloud 9 for the last week.
And rightly so. There's definitely something wrong with him if he wasn't. But also, as I asked you before, I wonder if that anxiety is set in, knowing that he has no friends anymore. I bet he's got a lot of people pretending to be friends. They all want a piece of Seth Rollins.
You got to remember, Seth Rollins is used to that. He was used to being the loner as a kid. He was used to not having many friends. Wrestling was his first love. He wanted to be a champion. This is what Seth Rollins has aspired to achieve.
I'm just asking a question. That's my right as a journalist to ask you.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Now, Seth Rollins, everybody's eyes are on him. Wanting to be a champion and actually being one, two different things.
Seth, first of all, congratulations. Hell of a match against Jinder Mahal. The first question I have for you, how did you survive that lower back injury to persevere and win this championship?
You know, JR, I knew it was going to be something, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be my back or an accident or something, but there's always obstacles to overcome on your way to the top. A couple weeks back, Jinder Mahal called me a born loser. A born loser. About a decade ago, not a day went by when I didn't hear that on a daily basis. And I used that as motivation every single day. So when Jinder Mahal looked me in my eyes and he called me a born loser, there was no stopping me.
Second question, you were, for many, many weeks, and pretty much your entire career, the hunter. Now, with this NXT championship, you have become the hunted. Are you fully prepared for what's going to be coming your way?
I knew what I got myself into. And if there's not a bullseye on my forehead, I'll paint one on there. Because if there's one thing I am and there's one thing NXT stands for, it's a fighting champion. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you earn yourself a shot, I will stand in this ring and I will fight you. But mark my words, sooner or later, everybody gets blacked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins, the first ever NXT champion.
Well, it sounds like confidence. Confidence is the best friend of Seth Rollins.
I'm glad to see that he actually understands the situation that he's in. And that's going to make him a better champion.
Seth Rollins is used to overcoming obstacles, and there will be many to face. But for now, it is the era of Rollins on NXT.